And we are
Yeah, dude,
live.
a Bic, man, goes a long way.
Yeah.
And we were live. Just here live.
Hey, it's an Elsewhere podcast, and everyone's smoking up except me. Welcome to the coughing podcast.
This is all. It was like dead silent. All you hear is this, like right before the podcast starts.
Yeah.
That show's hilarious, dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you guys smoking it up. I'm coughing because I'm still not feeling well.
Well, I'm
What
glad
is it?
you're
You
here.
got the China virus?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't care enough to go check because I'm just done. I'm fucking done. I'm just
Can
done
you
with it.
can you taste any food?
Yeah, I can taste food.
Can you taste anything or not?
Yeah, I can taste things.
Oh well, if you can taste food, then you probably might
Yeah.
not have COVID. You're just sick as fuck.
Yeah, maybe.
Sympathy
I don't know.
sickness, maybe?
Which could be better or worse, who knows?
I don't think I'm that sympathetic lately, so.
Hey guys, I see y'all in there. Everybody's happy to see
Ashley.
you back.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up, Bill? What's up, Jess? Chill Rock, what's good?
Yeah, we got everyone in
Timothy,
here.
Jared, Evasive Pin.
How are you guys? Timothy, what's up, dude?
John. Appreciate that, man. I know that some people cut out early. They stop in just to say hi. I appreciate that every time. We're just kind of kicking it. This is like the Mondayest, Fridayest, Tuesday, Wednesday ever.
What?
Like, I wish it was Friday, but it feels like a Monday, but it's freaking Wednesday.
Monday is what? I can't even repeat that, dude. That was such a wild fucking sentence.
That's how it feels, though. It's real
I
talk.
love it.
Oh, Bill, did that change? Can you have COVID now and be able to taste food? I know that whenever it was a big thing and they were trying to like sell people on it, that was like the biggest thing. Like, oh, if you can't taste, you probably have it. But, you know, that probably changed, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, when you feel like crap, you don't really taste anything anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mouth is like chemically weird just because of ish going on in your body. Like, it just is off anyway. Like, when you have a cold, you don't taste things as well. I mean, there's all different things that affect it. I just think, you know, if you fart in the wrong direction, you have you have the whatever.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if you look at the symptoms, it's literally like every symptom that's known to man for anything. So it's like I don't even fucking care. But I don't think a lot of people get like. Do a lot of people like get like nauseous and throw up? Because that shit happened to me the first night I had it. That was freaking wild.
I don't, man. I've never had it.
Well, did you never have it, or do you not know if you had it? Let's start the paranoia.
No, like I've literally never been sick ever since COVID started.
Oh, okay. Well,
ever since they launched COVID, I haven't gotten it.
Okay, well, you do know, I read this article and I was all for it. It basically was like smokers are less likely to get it because, and I was thinking it's because we have extra protection for our lungs, like that extra layer of tar that's like coating our lungs.
Maybe.
So it's harder to get. That was my opinion. I was 100% hands down with the stick with what you're doing and don't change anything. Because the moment that I do anything different, I try to get healthy, I try to eat different, I try to smoke less, you know, you get sick. Like, I just felt like that was going to happen. So that was my excuse to do everything I had been doing with no shame.
Yeah, well, I mean, like any change like that's gonna kind of like shock your body in some kind of weird way.
Yeah,
Shock your body.
I was like, I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, I can't get COVID even if I tried. My roommate had it, and I live with him, man. He had it 3 fucking times, and he had 3 different variants.
Oh, I bet you could. I bet you could try harder. Like go in there and like give him a lick.
He rolled a blunt and he let me hit it, and I hit it after him when he had COVID. I put my mouth on a blunt, his mouth was on. He had COVID. I still didn't get it.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
But did you touch a metal surface that he touched?
Do what?
Yeah, I'm just making fun of the fact that like nobody fucking knows how the fuck you even get it.
Well, remember you could get it from Amazon boxes.
Yeah,
You
you
had
get
to
it from
spray those
everything.
down when you get them. Could get it. I mean, just from flowers. I don't know.
Yeah,
People are starting to. People are kind of over COVID, so they launched a new one. It's called monkeypox.
Yeah, I heard there was something going on.
I like
Like,
the meme
oh
where it's
man,
like,
people aren't believing our bullshit. We need to make up a new one. Monkeypox. There you go.
We had the bird and the swine, which I worked in the hospital at those times. I knew that they were like a thing, but they weren't like they were like going to wipe everyone out, is what they said at the time. Everybody, West Nile was going to wipe everybody out. Like then they got one that actually started, doing the right work to a point, and now people are over it. So it's like, okay, what's next? Well, we haven't tried monkeys. I mean,
yeah,
is there pigs or like sloth or something?
I don't know what the fuck it is. All I know is I saw one ridiculous article where they said that monkeypox is it can be very, if not more devastating to the gay community than anybody else. And I'm like, what the fuck kind of virus are y'all selling? What are you talking about? That's retarded.
Does
What
that
do you
make any
mean?
sense though? That to me doesn't make sense. I mean, at this point, let's be real about it.
It just sounds like they're trying to like evoke like the AIDS.
Bro, they're
like,
grasping.
AIDS.
Yeah, they're grasping at straws. They're trying to make it seem like because AIDS was a big thing like in the gay community. But I don't know, man. That
I mean,
they be fear mongering like crazy all the time, and I can't be bothered to watch it. That's why I watch independent news.
I just picture literally a monkey going around and like sniffing people and going, "Oh, they're gay. Let's get them." Like that's what I picture.
Get them.
Like because like they care, right? The whatever the monkey-shaped virus cares about someone's orientation.
Just like a bunch of really racist and like like really deeply southern monkeys just with a bunch of fucking pitchforks. Let's get them.
I just remember back when remember when they made Ebola a big deal?
Yeah.
And then they made anthrax a big deal. And then I was alive for all that shit. So like anytime they make anything a big deal now, it's just like, bro, I'm fucking good. I really am. Especially with man, whenever I deployed, they gave us pills for malaria. I didn't take these fucking pills because these pills were awful. They gave you really bad nightmares. So I threw the pills in the fucking trash. I never got malaria while I was there. Ever. Not once. So when it comes to pills, I don't. When it comes to all this medication they say that you need to take, I'm just like, bro, I don't, whatever. Fuck it. I'm good.
Which is your right to decide that, honestly.
They were also trying to give people pills for them to quit smoking because that's something that you definitely want to do when you're deployed is stop your intake of tobacco. And essentially they gave everyone these pills to where if you took it, it wouldn't kill your urge to smoke cigarettes, but what the pills did instead is that you take it and if you smoke a cigarette, you get sick as fucking puke.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, it's a shitty way to do it.
Yeah, it's basically like giving you like a shitty ass association. That's some Clockwork Orange shit.
Yeah,
it's
it's stupid. It's stupid. So my whole life it's been like, be afraid of this, be afraid of that. This is over here. This is lurking around this corner, and I'm just like, bitch, I'm just trying to live and chill, and y'all are trying to ruin my goddamn fun.
Yeah, I'm literally at the point where it's like, just give it to me. Whatever it is, just give it to me. Like just so I can survive it and just be like, fuck you, because I don't care anymore. I'm sick of this fear mongering goddamn bullshit.
Bill, malaria pills suck, dude. Bad.
Oh, I can imagine.
Unless you're in Africa, bro, because my time in Afghanistan, I didn't have to deal with. I did get bit by mosquitoes, but never got malaria. I was more at risk to getting dysentery than fucking malaria in that fucking country. So
I wonder how many of the side effects of those pills are like the symptoms that you would get if you got malaria.
The what?
The side effects of the pills. I wonder like how many of them line up with the actual symptoms of having malaria.
Oh, dude, I have no idea, but it could possibly be the same. I don't know. I've never had it, but the side effects of those pills were, dude. These are my side effects. Fuck what that pill bottle says. It was night terrors, nightmares, hallucinations, night sweats. You would wake up with like, if you didn't have PTSD, you woke up feeling like you had PTSD with those fucking
Yeah,
malaria pills. And
yeah, I would rather have malaria.
yeah, I'd rather have fucking malaria at that point, man. So I was like, no, I'm good. I can't take this no more. This is stupid. I
Yeah.
haven't gotten malaria. I haven't gotten malaria in 4 months since I stopped taking it. I'm done taking it now. You can suck my ass.
Why are these malaria pills giving me homosexual dreams about Bill Gates? Like,
Is that your
you don't-
common nightmare? Is that
it's
a
all
theme for
mind
you?
control.
I watched a whole crew start projectile vomiting. I didn't get the vomiting. I got the really like I just couldn't sleep, bro. I couldn't. It was awful.
What's up, Larry?
So weird.
It was absolutely terrible. But
Ugh.
with all these like it's always the media trying to scare people into taking something or following a certain narrative or something like that. But
Yeah, I mean, is it safe to say that they just completely destroyed their credibility, like
Hmm.
all of it?
they
Like,
what?
I feel like they completely destroyed their credibility. Just pharma, medical field.
Oh,
Just like,
bad dude. And in their eyes, they didn't, which is hilarious.
yeah, it just shows the absolute disconnect and also the narcissism. The fact that it's like because you could feel it. Like there's no sense of like feeling obligated to explain it to people. Like if you're so right, like explain it to people. People will listen.
Exactly, and they don't want to explain it. Like, dude, oh my god, I was watching. Someone had me watching Amber Heard get interrogated in last night's live stream because it was a private stream, and someone requested that I watch this, and they gave her a simple question, right? And instead of answering the question, which she did answer, instead of stopping answering right there, she continued on to say why she was right and why you should believe her and that she's not lying. She went to explain all the reasons she's not lying instead of just answering the question right then and there. And the media does the same thing. They tell you some shit. They don't give you any fucking proof, but all they do is they go about telling, "Oh, you should just believe us because, we're accredited by who? Who appointed you? Who voted for you? What
Yep.
makes you the leader? What makes you the end all be all for information? Yeah, fuck you."
Yeah, I personally don't give two fucks what someone's credentials are if they're not willing to explain themselves.
Yeah.
Like the credentials are, oh, I'm willing to listen to you explain yourself. If you don't fucking feel like you have to explain yourself, then you can just go fuck yourself.
Yeah, dude.
That's it.
And I
And
don't,
that
I,
goes with
and I don't,
anybody.
and I don't want to hear feelings either when you explain it. That's what a lot of these fucking anchors be doing too, is injecting their personal beliefs. Just give me the fucking news, dog. That's it. That's all you need to do. You give me information, and then I fuck off for the rest of the day. That's the contract. That's the deal. And if you can't do that, yeah, like you said, fuck off.
Eat my ass. I'm going somewhere else. Like
Right.
that's it.
I'm gonna go watch the Daily Wire. I suggest you go apply at the Daily Wire because you're gonna fucking need it with your trash ass nonsense.
Yeah.
Well, there's is it that one that is like the most ridiculous? The Daily Mail. That's the one I love because it's like a tabloid, and it's hilarious. I'll go through the Daily Mail UK. And when it first started, it's been like 5-6 years since I've looked at it. That was my only one that I really liked doing because I thought it was fun.
I think my favorite for a while was just like the Onion. Like I thought it was more reliable than the news.
Hey, Mrs. T, thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, and go
Wait, what happened?
subscribe to, if you are not subscribed to XMC, go click on that link.
Yes,
and
definitely.
subscribe. He's a lot of fun. And he streams
I-
all the time.
I appreciate it, guys.
Well, I mean, I've been following you for over a year now at this point. Definitely well over a year. And I don't get to
I'm not
stay
too
as
far
much,
behind.
but you've been consistent. Like, you're the same person. And it was like the most refreshing thing to have somebody that was like, gives no fucks and is going to say what they want. I was like, oh, like I had no clue people did that. I was so excited. I was like, this is so cool.
I get that quite a bit. and it was so funny. I kept hearing that over and over again, and so I was like, surely y'all just aren't looking in the right place, right? Surely I can't be the only. Surely I'm not this anomaly, right? Of like the only one. And then I go looking around at like a whole bunch of other reaction channels, and yeah, none of them speak quite the way I do.
It's true.
And so I was like, I suppose, I don't fucking know, but I had to do some investigating, and I went around and I found the only one that I could find. It's not even a reaction channel, but there's one channel that's uh kind of like me, but I would say, and some people in your chat will probably know what I'm talking about, but it's this guy that goes by the name of Salty Cracker.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Bro, yeah, he's like, I think he would be like the one person that I would compare myself to when it comes like, I don't give a fuck, I'm telling you what the fuck it is, like type shit. That's like probably the only one I've seen
Well,
that
I mean,
like
I've
throws
seen a lot
all
of his
caution to the
fans.
wind.
That's who I've never seen his channel. Like, I've heard of it, but I've just never gone and looked it up. But I've seen his people that were in his fan base, and they are all in on the I'm gonna say what I want and you're gonna shut up and listen. Like, they're very
Oh,
aggressive,
yeah, he goes in. He goes hard,
which is fine.
man.
But when the fan base comes somewhere else and they're super aggressive too, like beating someone over the head with their opinions, it's like, dude, chill. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, some of them can get fanatical, but that's any fan base. Salty Cracker is still more reserved. Really? I don't think he's more reserved than me.
Mm,
Well, yeah. How much time does he spend streaming? Because you spend like a ton of
he
time of streaming.
well
Like I
he streams just as much as I do. It's just not so much on YouTube because he gets banned quite a bit.
oh really?
Yeah, he's had multiple strikes. He had to move over to Rumble. Twitch isn't gonna fucking take him, so he's not even gonna try that. Um,
mm.
he went over to different platforms. He still does YouTube. I watch some of his videos on YouTube, but as far as streaming, he'll pull in anywhere from like 12,000 to 15,000 viewers per stream, sometimes if not more, depending on the topic. Uh, then
Jeez.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't seen his content in a while. It's been like a few weeks, but I do keep up with him. He keeps up with the more absurd parts of like politics and society and shit. Whereas in like people like Tim Pool, which is another person that I watch, he's more like, clear cut and like to the point and is just giving info. He's not really talking shit. Which is why I like Salty Cracker, because not only does he tell you what you need to know, he's talking mad shit the entire time and roasting motherfuckers, and that's right up my alley. So
Yeah, no, one of my favorite things about Tim Pool too is when he does go off. Like when he does come from like a more emotionally charged place, because he just
yeah,
he goes like him times 10. Like
because yeah, and it's rare. It's rare to see because he rarely does it.
yeah, he really puts the cap on that. But I remember he like went off about because he worked for Disney, and he talked about like how
Ugh.
they wanted him to do report on certain things, and he just wasn't having it. So he just like he had to sit like under them for like 2 years left of his contract and just like wait it out. But he just wouldn't do anything they said. I was like, I fucking love this dude.
Yeah, I really wouldn't fuck with Disney too much these days.
Yeah, I don't fuck with it. Sucks, dude. Like I don't fuck with a lot of the shit that I used to fuck with, Like I used to be a giant movie fanatic, and it's just like I hate Hollywood now. Uh I
Yeah,
love music, I love art and everything, but it's so much of it has been infiltrated by money hungry fucking assholes who want to monopolize it. It's just
and you can't enjoy it.
yeah, I really can't. Like for the most part, I mean, like that's why I like the independent scenes. Like they actually care about the art and they actually have something to prove. You know?
Yeah, it's all for me. I don't know. See, this is, and you know what's really difficult in the times that we're in is that I can't tell if I'm getting older and my taste is changing or if everything truly is going to shit. Bro, because like just 5 years ago. 5 years ago, dude, I would have been standing in line to buy tickets to any Marvel movie. 5 years ago, I was waiting in line at midnight to see a Marvel movie. And these days, I can't even be bothered to give a fuck if it comes out at all.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel the same way. Yeah.
I just don't even care at this point. So I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, or if it's just like everything is just downgrading, really.
Well, I think just everyone's kind of like we're at that point where just like they made so many Marvel movies. So like like if you miss one, you miss out, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're literally tapping in on that fear of missing out, you know? Like it's just
That's-
like let's make a million movies that are all attached to each other and then prey on that fear of missing out because everyone will be talking about it. And if you missed one movie, then you don't know what you're talking about, which means you got to catch up. And they just prey on it.
Well, it only works
Yeah.
if somebody gives a crap what other people are saying. Like, I truly don't care. People talk about stuff, I'm like, okay. Like, oh, but did
Yeah,
you
but the
see it?
ma-
I'm like, no. Oh, well, it's really great. I'm like, okay. Like,
Yeah, see, I
thumbs
think
up.
we're
Yay.
I
Big
think
smile.
we're all the same. I think we're all the same in that regard, but like the majority of people are not like that. Like I like even with like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, like I followed it for like, the week. I thought the memes were funny, and then I just stopped caring, and everyone kept talking about it, and I was just uh like why so long? Like how long has this been going on now? Like
a month.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna say
like a
it's been a couple
month.
weeks, if not
A
a month.
month, dude. A
Yeah,
fucking
and people
month.
and today I go on my Facebook, everyone's like, "Oh, she owes him all this money now, victory." And I'm like, "This bitch never has to work a day in her life ever again and she is set." Yeah, justice, guys. Justice. Get the fuck out of here. Stop making assholes famous in the first place. Because you know what? She made her money. She's good. She won. She won.
I think from what I've seen is she made a little bit, but Depp made more.
Yeah,
And
fair.
I think all of that was some of that, if not quite a bit of that, goes to like lawyers and shit like that. Maybe they paid up front, or maybe they pay after, depending on the outcome, because a lot of lawyers do it that way. So maybe that, but I think that the win really just comes because it was really all defamation. Like she's just making shit up.
What's the moral of the
Yeah, but
story, kids? Don't talk shit publicly.
Well, the moral of the story is fucking, if you're a single lady, basically do the opposite of what Amber did in every situation, and you're gonna get a boyfriend just fucking fine.
Yeah.
Just do the exact opposite of everything Amber Heard did, and you'll find yourself a man. Believe you me.
Just act crazy and then get a Johnny Depp, but then tone down the crazy so you keep Johnny Depp.
Yeah, if only it fucking worked that way. Some of them can't tone it down. They're just naturally like that all the time.
I agree. It goes both ways, y'all.
Oh yeah, no.
Don't know if she's dating Elon Musk. Ain't nobody gonna fucking date her.
There is
Yeah,
no way.
no, she did date Elon Musk. He just dodged that bullet.
Ain't nobody gonna fucking date her now.
I was like, I don't think like a weekend thing is considered dating
I'm
someone.
sorry, but rich guys are no different than not rich guys. So like, if my homie comes up to me and says, "Hey, I wouldn't fuck with that girl. Why not? She shit in my bed." Bet. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna go fuck with somebody else. Rich dudes are the same fucking way.
Yep.
Yeah. With the
Millionaires are
train
no
spotting.
different. Like, oh, she shit on your fucking Louis Vuitton blanket? That's crazy. Fuck that bitch. I'm out too.
If
We
you
call
shit
that
on my
what kind-
$10 Walmart blanket, we're throwing hands, okay? Like, it's not.
Yeah, dude.
We call that in the we call that train spotting.
Oh, Jess, she's
Shit in
dating a
bed.
woman now?
Ew.
Good, but maybe that bitch can keep her in line.
Wait.
I mean, I
She's
don't know.
dating.
I don't
Oh,
care who she's
is
dating. I
where
don't
it
care.
starts. This is where it starts. She's going into porn now. It's the
Oh,
low
Amber
hanging
Heard.
fruit.
You shit on his
Yep.
bed, Ashley?
No. Amber Heard. She's gonna be a TV actor now.
Oh, best.
Oh hell
Best
yeah!
comment
I can't
ever.
wait for her fucking Lifetime Christmas special.
Yeah, dude. They're gonna make her into the next like low budget, like very garbage Miss Marvel on the CW.
Ew.
on the CW.
That's
Hey.
what she's gonna do. She's gonna be doing no more big budget movies. She's gonna be like a B-list fucking TV actor now.
Well, here's the fun fact. I had no idea who the hell she was. And then people started telling me, oh, she did this. Or I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like,
I know
haven't-
like maybe 1 or 2 movies that she was in. She was in Never Back Down, where she's just annoying in that movie as she is in, I think, real life.
I don't think you can see me shrugging like, oh, okay.
And
Is that like
then-
the cheerleader movie?
No, Never Back Down is a UFC movie. Well, it's like a street fight movie. It's really good. The sequel sucked dick.
Let's Bring It On.
Yeah,
Bring
you're
It
talking
On.
about Bring It On. Jesus Christ.
was her finishing move to shit in the middle of
No,
the ring?
Bring It On. Bring It On was Kristen Dunst, dude. What do you mean?
Kirsten.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Holy crap! I gotta look up that movie now just so I can laugh.
What the fuck was I talking about?
You're talking about Amber Heard and Bring It On.
And she was in Zombieland. She was like the first person to die in that movie.
Oh yeah, the one that the hot roommate or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
and they're about to sleep together, and she turns into a zombie and he kills her.
Yeah, he like broke her ankle in the door. And everything.
Yeah.
I am so fucking sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that either. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
that
Yeah.
movie's great. That's one of the best zombie
that's
movies.
the only 2 movies and that and Aquaman. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
And like I
Aquaman
said the
had
other
one
day,
character. That's
any
it.
any actress could have played. What was it? Mara? Who did she play? I don't fucking know. Any actress could have played that shit.
Yeah, Mara or Mara.
There's
looking
literally
at it.
one person in Aquaman. I don't know what anyone else is talking about. There's one actor in that movie. There's no other cast. That's
What do
it.
you mean?
There's just one.
Well, William Dafoe is in it. Jason Momoa.
Jason
fucking, there's some good
Momoa.
actors in it.
That's the only person in that movie who matters.
Yeah, of course.
William Dafoe's a better actor than Jason Momoa, but I,
I didn't
see why
say
you
a
liked
damn
it.
thing about their acting skills, did I?
Yeah, I know why you like it. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, am I the only one that finds this very funny that after the Amber Heard's follow up after Aquaman was a movie called Her Smell?
Yeah.
Ew.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, I find that hilarious, and it almost made as much as Aquaman. Holy shit!
What? Oh, you're
What's up with
Googling,
her
aren't you?
smell?
Are
It's
you
so
IMDbing?
It's so funny how like it's for the most part when it comes to like ladies and men, most of the ladies are gonna be like, who's the actor? Is he cute enough, right? Or is he hot? Whereas in dudes, when it comes to these types of movies, they're gonna be like, is it badass? Does the story suck? Is the villain cool? That's what we're asking. Whereas opposed, Kat, she's like, does he have a 6-pack? Because if not, I don't think I'm gonna go see it.
Well, it's not even about that. It's just Jason Momoa specifically. Like, he was in Game of Thrones. I mean, I know he's been in a bunch of stuff. But the thing is that you tell me that you're thinking about, is it badass when you're watching Jesse from Saved by the Bell and fucking, Striptease? What was that one? Y'all know what I'm
What?
talking about.
I've never seen Saved by the Bell.
Well, no, it's the
Maybe
Jessie chick from Stripped. Remember? Come on, somebody in the chat, help me out. Where she's a stripper, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" Like they're not worried about the story. They don't care if it's badass. They just want to see her naked.
They're trying to say Elon is her baby daddy with a surrogate, and she's blackmailing him. Who the fuck is that's ridiculous.
That was probably a post by the Daily Mail, which is hilarious.
That sounds like it was posted by BuzzFeed. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that does kind of sound just like
There's a
one of those
Magic
things where
Mike
it's like,
too.
let's squeeze all we can out of this drama as we can. Like her name will still get
Well,
clicks.
here's
Let's
the
do
thing. They
another
say that
article.
any attention is good attention, right?
There was
Yes,
a Magic
yes.
Mike too.
That's what I just said. Like,
Jesus Christ!
Wait,
Why did they
what?
make a second one? The first one was good.
showgirls, thank you,
dude,
Jess. Thank you.
Bro, I even hear that people like even like dudes like Magic Mike.
Because the only dudes
That was
that
bad idea.
the only dudes that would go see Magic Mike, it must have had like a massive female audience if it got greenlit for a second movie. Because the only dudes that are gonna go see that are gay dudes and the ones that want to get laid.
Well,
Yeah, I'd sit through that to get laid.
Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey was
'cause-
fucking
'cause
hilarious.
I don't want to
that
go
movie
see
was
that
great.
just for. I'm not seeing that shit for shits and giggles. Can't believe they made a second one. That's wild.
I bet you.
Isn't it called like XXL or something? Showgirls or striptease?
yeah,
It's one
there
of the
is a different
two.
one.
It's one of the two.
I was gonna say, I bet you Amber Heard would watch it just for shits, not giggles too.
Yeah, she does. I'm gonna watch Amber Heard movies just for shits, not the giggles.
Not the giggles, just the shits.
Well, they do say
this
that
movie's giving me the shits.
they say any attention is attention, right? So obviously, no. Hear me out.
Bad attention.
No, it's bad. But here's the thing: she's gonna have so many like interviews and boohoo's and articles. People, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying it's good attention or that she's gonna like have her own like amazing show. I'm saying that people are going to always be paying attention to her. She's gonna stay in the spotlight, like Britney did when she had her meltdown. They were all up in the spotlight.
Yeah, you're in the spotlight, but just for the wrong reasons. And I know that people say that there's no such thing as bad press, but when you shit on a man's bed and the whole world finds out about it, I mean that's not good.
Not good press.
You're not gonna get no benefit of the doubt from me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think just I forgot what I was gonna say.
Larry wants to know if y'all like tacos.
She'll eventually stop being the center of the toilet.
Hey, she got flushed.
Wow.
With this one.
Terminated YouTuber. What's up, dude?
No, Larry really wants to know if we like tacos. Apparently, he's trying to disown me because I don't.
Do I like tacos? Yeah, dude. I like fish tacos. I like Taco Bell. I like fucking. I've had crab tacos before.
Bro, I give it to you for that. Fish tacos are probably the best tacos in my opinion.
I love them.
I fucking love them. Yeah, with a real nice beer too.
Or with like what was it? Like I've had like a grouper sandwich, like sandwich / taco or whatever. That shit was fucking amazing. And all these things I had like when I went to what was it? It's in Alabama, Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
The beaches in Alabama have like a whole bunch of good like taco spots and oyster spots and shit like that. It's amazing.
Yeah, like boardwalk food kind of thing.
People forget that Alabama has such good beaches. Like people don't realize it.
What?
People don't realize that Alabama has really good beach locations.
Yeah, it has a good beach location, but then like when you're done with the beach, like where do you go? Exactly. That's why people go to Florida.
You bang your cousin.
Desiree
like you go to the beach in Alabama, but it's like, okay, where's the nightlife? Nowhere. It's just in the woods.
In Panama City? Like
yeah, it's in Panama City.
That's where I lived 40 minutes north of Panama City Beach. So and then I also live 40 minutes north of Santa Rosa Beach. So and then I moved to Houston, and the Gulf here is kind of Galveston is not that beautiful.
The only thing I really liked about Gulf Shores is that there wasn't that many people on the beach when I went.
Because nobody knows it's there.
Because it's Alabama.
It's Alabama.
No one even knows. They're like, there's a beach in Alabama? Yeah. Okay, cool. But I'm still not going, though. Why? Because we have Florida. It's right there.
Oh, you're making Skullz jealous because he's in Connecticut.
Oh, that's close,
dude. I'm sorry. Fucking Connecticut sounds better than that trash.
I can't. I always said I was never going to move to Alabama because every time I hear the word Alabama, I think Alabama. Right?
Connecticut is nice, ? I don't know, man. I visited Connecticut when I was a kid, and the only thing I remember is it just being miserably cold and a lot of snow.
The nicest thing about Connecticut is that if you go in any direction, it's not long before you're not in Connecticut.
It's not long before what?
It's not long before you're no longer in Connecticut.
Oh, gotcha.
It's about 2 feet long.
I don't really think I would mind Connecticut. There's a lot of places that y'all probably live that y'all probably hate, but I would probably choose to live there as opposed to living anywhere near Atlanta, Georgia, bro.
I used to live in Stone Mountain.
That sounds fucking terrible.
I was a kid, so I didn't care. I just picked up, it was in first grade, so I picked up my down and around, like how I say those words. That's the only excuse I can come up with of why I say them that way. but I didn't live there for like more than like a year at most. But man, I lived in New Haven, West Virginia, which is on the
That sounds
border of Ohio and West Virginia on the Ohio River.
that sounds way better than Atlanta.
It's not. Um, I promise
But
you.
Atlanta's mostly known for its strip clubs, right?
And
That's the big
casinos,
thing.
strip clubs, casino
Okay,
type strip clubs
casinos
and
I can
shit.
fuck with.
I never really went to the night. I've never gone to the nightlife in Atlanta. I've walked around there at night, and nothing about that city makes me feel safe at all. What, like, just walking around around the city with just like these big ass skyscrapers above you, shit, dark alleys everywhere, and goddamn people everywhere, and fucking yeah. I'm not a fan at all.
Vase of Pen, thank you. Appreciate the $3. Appreciate it.
Bro, I remember. Oh, thanks, man. That's awesome. What was I gonna say? Fuck. Okay, yeah. I went to New York. What was it? I always get it mixed up because it was a party. It was either, I think it was the Brooklyn Zoo. It's either the Bronx Zoo or the Brooklyn Zoo. I know one's an actual zoo, but it was so long ago. But there was a party there, and the party broke out in a knife fight, and then we had to walk in the middle of Brooklyn. I believe it was Brooklyn. In the middle of the night, looking for like another party, and that was horrifying. But people were surprisingly cool. I was really surprised. Like everyone was just looking for a good time. They were like, "Yeah, where's a bar we could go to? Like, where can we keep this party going?" And they were like, "Oh, like a couple blocks down. Just go that way." Everyone was super cool.
Yeah,
But there was a knife fight.
that was not the case, man. One time I accidentally wandered my retarded ass into fucking College Park, which is in fucking Atlanta, and that's not the place you want to fucking be at all. And people are not nice there. And luckily I made it out without having to fucking talk to anyone. And it was funny too because we were actually on our way from down south up to Atlanta, and my dad let me drive. He fell asleep in the passenger seat, and I made a wrong turn somewhere. Ended up in quite possibly one of the worst neighborhoods ever. And what was so funny about it is that when my dad woke up, he looked around, and it literally only took him like a couple of seconds to realize where the fuck he was. And he's like, "We need to get the fuck out of here. Get out of the car. Get in the passenger seat. I'm driving." And we got out so goddamn fast.
Yeah, it sounds smart.
What's crazy is that there are certain areas that are notorious, but it's amazing how, no matter where you are, depending on the people that surround you, whether it's in the panhandle of Florida in a rural town with a bunch of meth heads, or if it's a very very urban environment, or whether it's like the Footloose town where everybody's crazy, it's the people and how they choose to be and how they choose to behave, especially generationally, that makes somewhere super uncomfortable, or like that aspect of, I don't want to say fear, but it could be anywhere. Like you could have a really cool neighborhood down the road, and then a different neighborhood is just crazy. You know what I mean? Like you just don't. There's those areas you just don't go.
I have a few of those around me, especially when I was in high school. There was a few streets we chose to go around because they had the reputation, If they saw anyone and they were just chilling on a porch, they'd just like fucking start coming at you.
Hey, welcome in, Skizzo.
Basically,
appreciate you being here.
there's a neighborhood where I'm from, which is because for any of you who don't know that's in here, I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm from the motherfucking island. I was born here in America, but like that's where my whole family's from. And that's where my parents were born. And there is a neighborhood on that island that not even the cops go into. They refuse. No one goes in there at all. If you don't live there and you go in there, there's a 0% possibility that you're coming out alive.
Jesus.
And it is literally, you do not go in there, bro. No one does. If you go in there and you get got and someone calls the police, Police ain't
Too
doing
bad.
anything. Nothing,
All right,
bro.
people
They're
crossing
not
the
going in there.
entrance. Like, bye.
Sounds like LA.
And that's literally how bad it is. Or how bad it was. I don't know if that neighborhood is still there. Maybe they fucking flushed it out, but that was the neighborhoods back whenever I used to go. I used to go as a kid with my parents. So, and there was neighborhoods they would tell me not to go into because if you went in there, you'd get your ass whooped and you'd get robbed. And one of my cousins, but like a week before I actually flew in to the island, he was just going up the street past his neighborhood to a gas station, and two kids with water guns basically shot him in the face, and instead of water, it was bleach. Basically shot him in the face, blinded him, stole all his shit. Like right there, broad daylight, front of a gas station, front of a neighborhood, everything.
Damn, man.
And it was, and these were kids too that did it to him. It was like 16, 17-year-old kids. But these 16, 17-year-old kids, they would do it to anybody.
16, 17-year-old kids are evil.
They basically had to be careful who they did it to, because sometimes it would backfire. And if they didn't blind you immediately and you could actually fight back, you actually could beat the fuck out of them. But they were just really, really fast.
Yeah, I even heard there's like it seems like so many places that are extremely dangerous. I've heard like with what is it, like cruise ships, like going to Jamaica. Like when you get to Jamaica, there's a lot of like people acting like they're tour guides, and they get tourists to come with them, and then they're never seen again.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're just kidnapped. They could be human trafficking. It could be. It could literally be organ harvesting. Like,
oh, dude, probably. Actually, probably. I saw a Mr. Ballin video about that shit.
Yeah, I know that's more, or at least was more prolific in like Brazil. Brazil, like I don't know if you ever played the game Max Payne 3, but there's a lot of that in there, and that was actually a like that script is written based off of a lot of real things. Of even the police were involved with going into poor places and kidnapping people, and then they'd be made to disappear for organ harvesting, and it was basically
they were gathering, they were basically chopping off limbs and or organs or whatever, and they were selling them on the black market to weird motherfucking people that needed organs and body parts to perform voodoo magic spells and shit.
Yeah, and there was some crazy shit too, where it was like they would have the surgeons that were taking the organs, body parts, whatever. They were set up in like government-owned buildings too.
They were set up on what?
They were set up on like government property. You know, just property owned by the government. They would set these surgeons up to do that there, and then they would get their cut. It's fucking wild shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
I believe it.
So ever since I heard that, I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to Brazil.
If there's ever anything that is heinous and disgusting and vile that someone can do, then people are doing it. For money. Period. Or just for shits and giggles.
Yeah. That's, you know.
Those are called serial killers.
Well, I mean,
okay,
here's a fun. I'm just curious. It just popped in my head because you said the word serial killers. So if let's just say that you're involved in that organization that's going and harvesting these parts to sell to people, like, hey, hot commodity, bro. Like, and okay, fine. Are you a serial killer? Is it the same?
No, not really. That's your job.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just curious because technically they do all the same things. They go target a specific.
I've always been under the impression that a serial killer, not all of them, but they're killing because they want to. Not because they're like, if you're just you're just a contracted butcher at this point / hitman.
What if you like it?
A serial killer, someone who's actually going out there and like they're just killing people to kill people. There's no rhyme or reason, or maybe they have a reason, but it's not for reasons that would consider them to be a hitman or a butcher or someone that's contracted and or paid for those same services that they're just going out there and performing for free.
Right. So. I get what you're saying. I get that. I just wanted to bring that up because it just popped in my head.
Yeah, it's kind of like the difference between being Hitler and being a Nazi. It's like the Nazi might fucking, you know, like he might just be fearing for his life, so he's just kind of trying to blend in. But I mean, there could also be Nazis who are just like, you know, like, oh, like I actually do enjoy it. I do like what he's all about, and I want to move up on the ranking. You know, it's but
Yeah, there were back in the day. You're right. There were probably Nazi soldiers that maybe a few of them existed like this, that they were just in the service because they were like, man, it's probably like my best shot at, like, you know, survival or like a career or something like that.
Or I don't want my family
Yeah,
killed off because I decided that I'm not going to join up because I didn't get a choice.
exactly.
There really wasn't a
Fear and
choice.
shit like that. So
You ever seen the Planet of the
Conform or you're
Apes?
bye-bye.
There was a good saying in Planet of the Apes where it was like apes always go for the strongest branch to swing on. It's like, yeah, that's how people are. They look for the strongest and they follow the strongest. And if they feel like if they feel in a vulnerable position, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna look for the strongest branch to swing on. And yeah, that's what I think most of that was. It was just most people were just trying to survive the craziness. And then there was, you know, because it only takes like a select few loud, crazy people to take over a room, you know?
Well, look at the
And then
current
the rest will fall in line.
situation now. You get these couple crazies that are getting everybody riled up and on board for doing some wacko ass shit. And it's like any logical person sits there and goes, "How the hell does this make sense to anybody? What do you like? What are you smoking? What are you drinking? Like, what did you step on a nail and now you've lost your mind? Like, what's happening?" Yet it's these groups of people who actually believe this crap and they find a way to get some kind of, you know, push it on somebody, and then people just, I'm telling you, the worst thing that anybody's ever done is given everybody access to everything everywhere all the time. That is the biggest mistake we've ever done. People they don't get involved in the communities. They hear every negative thing. They have no consequences for the things they say and do online. Like, too much information for pea-sized brains, and people act stupid because they feel so minuscule that they have to try and like mean something, so they jump into these stupid ass causes trying to get meaning in their life. It's ridiculous.
We're just not meant for this size of a society. We're not meant to. I mean, like, we should be like in like small ass groups, small ass tribes. There's a book I read a tiny bit about of it, but it's called Tribe. I think Russell Brand actually put me onto that, and it was about like how our tribal instincts work and how we are programmed to just be in very, very, very small confined groups. Because I mean just the way you look at any kind of resource, the more there is of it, the less it's valued. So when we have this many people in a country, it's just easy to devalue each other.
Yeah.
And I think the internet, especially with that lack of being personal with people, having to look someone in the eye, it really accentuates that, like how easily we can devalue each other.
Well, think about it. They break down family units. You don't have a close-knit family that you can always fall back on that makes you feel valued, right? So people look at outside of that. So you look to your community. The community is all online. So people don't have anyone like in a smaller capacity. They don't have their book club. They don't have their local this or local that. They go online where there's tens of thousands of people commenting on the same thing, and their comments constantly get lost. So anybody that pays them a modicum of attention, oh, they noticed me, right?
Everyone's just on there trying to cast a wide net, you know, just throwing it out there. They're like, oh, there's millions of people out there. Maybe I'll get some kind of attention here. It's more likely than me going down the street and, you know, trying to get attention that way, doing something wild. But, you know, someone's bound to actually look at you.
These stupid trends.
Unless you're in New York.
Follow.
If you're in New York, you know, nobody will give a shit no matter what you do. You could go cry on a subway and people will just be like, get over yourself.
Or you can go to Alabama and find good beaches, nobody on them.
That's true, but you're not going to get a lot of attention there. Except for maybe your cousin. Hey!
Oh.
Incest joke, sorry.
sorry.
See, Bill says I know everybody on my block and we look out for each other. See, that's the thing though. Like, I don't know everybody on my block. I know a couple of them. We don't look out for each other. I can promise you that.
Yeah.
Learn
I
that.
don't talk to my neighbors. I don't even know their names. I don't know their kids' names. I don't know their dogs' names. I don't know anything about them. But if some shit goes down, I'll be like, yo, point at what you need me to shoot at and I'll help you out. That's about it.
Well, I got a
That's
fun
pretty savage,
lesson
though.
yesterday
I
that
love
they
it.
will stand outside and point, and not one of them will do a goddamn thing. They'll just stand out there and stare when shit's going down. They won't do nothing. So
Well, it's
fuck
like,
each and every one of y'all bitches if you're here. Just saying.
yeah, y'all can eat my ass. Um, um, yeah, no, it's like I just think people are non-confrontational, and we're not like like there's just so many people who fucking don't. We're just not like we're not empowering ourselves. That's the word. We're not empowering ourselves. So everyone's so non-confrontational. So like that's why you need to yell fire instead of rape if some dude's like coming at you, because nobody wants the confrontation. People will run, if fire, but if you yell something like there's a threat here, people are going in the opposite direction 90% of the time. You'll be lucky to get someone who wants to fucking deal with it.
Yeah,
But-
like, dude, a couple weeks ago, there was one of our neighbors. They don't live there anymore because I'm pretty sure the falling out was so bad that they both stopped paying the bills and got evicted. But the house across the street, the husband and the wife had a falling out at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and because I'm a night owl, I got to see it, which was fucking fantastic.
Mm.
And this is going down, and the fight is progressing. It spills outside, whatever. Yelling's going on, and I'm just out there smoking a blunt, just watching it. Like, this is fucking great, dude. And everything's fine until the husband. Somebody says something from the house, like some slash shit to the husband, and then he like marches back to the door and kicks it down and goes in there and starts beating the shit out of the sister-in-law. So I had to call the police.
See,
I was gonna let it just like ride. Like, had he gotten his truck and left after the fight, it would have been fine. I wouldn't have done anything. But yeah, he kicked the door down, so I had to call the cops. I was like, God damn it, there goes the fun.
Oh, great.
well, here's the thing. Like, for example, what happened yesterday, nobody else called the cops. They all stood out there watching. They just
Do
stood
what?
there. Because there's an incident that happened at my house yesterday, and the cops were called. They didn't call them. They're standing out there watching, talking, pointing, going to each other's driveways and standing there just watching.
Yeah, as long as it's not violent, I'm not calling the cops.
Oh, it was
The second
violent. It was 4 girls
Oh.
against my daughter
Oh.
in front of my house. Yeah, and I had to get in the middle. So yeah, it was not good. But they just stood there. Kids. There was kids, 4-on-1. And we stood there.
Oh, in that kind of situation, I feel like there'd be a whole bunch of mad parents at me. Because in that situation, if it's 4-on-1, whether the 4 or boys or girls, you're coming 4-on-1 against my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the brakes off all 4 of you. I don't give a fuck who you are, or what gender, or how old. I'll be sure to not kill you, but I'm gonna beat the brakes off you.
Well, I jumped in, and that
That's
caused a
it.
big issue too. And
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
No, I'm just
I'd
saying.
beat-
That's
I'd
what
beat the
happened.
brakes off the
I
kid.
broke it up. I jumped in the middle of it, and so now there's the video out there. Y'all go have fun and try and find it. There's a video of me stomping up there and getting in between them, and then this chick getting in my face. It's just all over the place and threatening me. They're gonna press charges because I'm an adult, and I'm just get the fuck in your car, you stupid sons of
Go
bitches.
ahead. Go
But-
ahead.
No, that's what I'm
Charges
saying.
you-
I just,
That's it.
it's disgusting because there's people standing outside laughing. That's my kid. Like, ooh.
Yeah, oh, this is entertainment.
Yeah,
like,
it was
Yeah,
not,
it's-
with their
it's not-
cameras.
It's not gonna be as funny when I take these 4 kids and put them in the fucking hospital. That's like that's not how it would work for me, dude. Those kids wouldn't be having a good day today had that been me. That's like there's no way. You're not about to jump my fucking kid, and I'm just gonna stand there and not do anything just because you're a kid. No, fuck all 4
Well-
of you little bastards, and you can go tell your mom and your dad, and you can invite them over, and I'll whoop their ass too. Do you want to do that? Let's go.
Well, here's a fun fact, and I just want to shout out my teenager, who, me and her go rounds. Not like literal, but like verbally. Doesn't matter. When I jumped in and pushed her and the other girl apart, like separated them, and there's all the other ones around them, the big girl, big teenager, comes at me with her camera, screaming, and comes at me. My daughter's like, "Bitch, don't you come at my mom!" Just wham, full on punches.
Kudos to her.
Bitch, don't come at my mom. Wham! And I was like,
don't
oh,
do that.
Shit. But no, I mean, shout out to my daughter. I love her to pieces. The whole, it's just stupid. And then they all get, of course, they're getting pulled over by the cops because the cops come here. Dumbasses drive by in their car again. And the cop's sitting in his car right here in the corner at my house. Whoop, whoop.
No.
Caught them. They're going live in the vehicle as the cops are pulling them over. While the cops checking their stuff and talking shit. Like, sometimes social media, like, these teenagers need to literally never have it till they're like 18 and out of the house. Like, oh.
I think we just flat out shouldn't have it. I really think it's awful.
That right there is when you beat the fuck out of this kid and you record their ass whooping with their own phone. You want to be on social media, bitch? I'm about to put you on social media, you little fucking turd. I'm about to beat your ass and show all your friends getting your ass whooped on your own Instagram.
That's savage. I would fucking love that.
Like,
I kind of want to see
if you want to.
I kind of want to see all your neighbors get stomped out, though.
That's why dude, that right there is why I stay away from Panama City. I've said this plenty of times in my streams before. Like, I like the beach. I won't go to Panama City. There's too many kids. There's too many teenagers. There's too many loudmouths that they're just going to piss me off, and I'm going to put their face in the concrete. So I stay away from it at all.
Or 40-year-old meth heads who are out there thinking they're the shit and, like, running their mouth and, you know, on their 3-day run, you know?
I'll put someone on concrete, bro, and it's like, what happened? I beat the bejesus out of him. Why? Wouldn't get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shut the fuck up, and he kind of smells like shit.
Well, see, that's
and
the
that's
thing.
offensive.
And see, now with people have their phones, like, they are prepared. That's the whole point of bringing a whole group with you, so that you can literally record something, and then the second it doesn't go your way, because my daughter was whooping this girl's ass. She was fucking her up. That's why I got in the middle. Like, she was fucking her up. And I was like, oh, that's enough. Gotta go. And, you know, that's the thing, though, is they have the camera on purpose. So they can document, and they're standing there. The neighbors are standing there. Oh, shit. Like, the one right next door to me gets his girlfriend, and she comes running outside, like, what's happening? And he's like, look at this shit. I heard him. He's, like, closer to their age. I was like, oh.
I don't think that's a fault of social media. I think that kids are just stupid.
They're assholes, man. They're fucking assholes. But, you know, it has a lot to do with, you know, the people they grow up around. And, you know, I just told my daughter last night, I told her, I was like, look, it's okay. Just ignore all of it. Here's why. Because, of course, they're coming at my looks or my weight or something, or her weight, or whatever the case is. Then now apparently we're racists, I guess, all of a sudden. Just why? Because we're white and there was 4 of them and they were all not white. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude, bet. That's easy. You're racist. Okay, cool. What else you got, you fucking loser?
Well, I told her, I was like, don't worry about none of that. It doesn't matter, because they're going to be flipping your burgers with their 3 kids at home with no baby daddies around, because this is their life. This is all they care about. They're not going to amount to anything because they just want to, you know, talk their shit. And they skip out on making a better life for themselves. And then they're mad. And then their kids are mad because they get raised in this shit circumstance because their parents are mad because they made stupid choices. And the cycle continues. I said, you're going to college. Like, you're not going to be here. So don't worry about their stupid bullshit. Don't even...
Every opportunity they fucked up, they're just going to be like, oh, well, it's because they're racist. Or some bullshit like that. They're just always going to use that go-to.
Well, they started with the weight, and no one cared because people were starting to come at them like, why are you disrespecting the mom? Like, why would you say stuff like that? Because I'm not small. Like, so my daughter is not big, but she's not a crackhead-looking child. So therefore, you know, they came at her, but people were starting to kind of get on them about it. So they switched, oh, you're racist. And everybody's like, oh. You know,
yeah, like, I don't have people on my side. I gotta say something else.
I encourage anyone to say that I'm racist because I'm just going to agree with you so that I can see what your response is going to be when I agree with you. Because they're never prepared for that shit.
They're waiting for me to go, no, no.
They always expect a fight. So when they say you're racist, bet, yup, what now? Yep. Crickets, exactly. Shut the fuck up.
Yep.
I'm tired of people pulling that card. I'm tired of people standing around and doing nothing.
All you gotta do is agree with them, Kat. That's all you gotta do is agree with them. What are they gonna say after that? It's not against the law to be racist, and if you're just saying it to say it and you're just making shit up and you don't actually know it to be true, it doesn't fucking matter. It's just words coming from a nobody.
All of them are words coming from nobodies. These are fucking teenagers. Like, I care. I mean, honestly, I don't care what they're saying. It affects my daughter. It affects, like, them coming to our house. It affects us, like, they know where we live and their friends and, like, all the people, thousands of people viewing the video now. You know, it's an issue. But aside from that, it's like, I don't care what they say. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if y'all have things to say to me that are negative and nasty. It might be like, oh, but like, what is it gonna do? Make me cry for 5 minutes? Like, no. Larry. He says he's racist. He hates when it be hot outside. His arms be darker than his chest. He looks like one of those banana chocolate popsicles.
What the fuck? Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying like you're racist towards yourself when you look like a popsicle?
Well, he said earlier he's mixed. He says his mom's black and his like dad is really black. That's what he said.
Say white. He said he's black and he's really black.
Larry be cracking jokes the whole time.
Oh,
I've been watching. I see you,
That's
Larry.
fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'm fucking white through and through. Not bragging.
I get asked a lot all the time, what are you? What are you? What are you? And I should just start fucking with people. Like, I'm just like I'm half Alaskan albino Jamaican. Because I get asked a lot. No one can really tell, like, ever. And there's no way you can tell just by my voice. You would just assume I'm some fucking white dude.
You're like, I'm from Pluto.
But yeah,
I'm half jaded.
I get asked all the time. I get one of two questions. What are you? Or are you black? That's like the questions I get every single time. And I'm like, nope, I'm Puerto Rican. Oh, so you're like Mexican? Nope, I'm about to punch you in the face. Puerto Rican, you fuck.
Yeah, shout out Yvonne, my friend from Florida. Don't call Puerto Ricans Mexican.
Yeah, what's up with
same.
that? What's up with that? What's up with that? With that, like, resentment for that?
Well, Puerto Rico's over there and Mexico's over there. It's like calling somebody
but it's like when
but then they're from Mexico.
But it's like when what do you call it? Like if you mix up a Puerto Rican with like a Dominican, like
you don't want to
like,
don't do that.
That's like fucking like it gets racist, dude.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like there's no other way to say it. Like it gets racist.
That's the best response.
They're like, I'm no Puerto Rican. It's like, what's wrong with Puerto Ricans? You know?
Yeah, a little bit. And the same thing on the Cuban side. They're like, hey, don't be calling me no fucking Dominican, dog. I don't play that shit. Like,
is that just like there's so much like Cuban pride or something
it's just pride for all of them. Man, I just don't like getting called any of it, really. And I'll tell you, and I'm not going to get mad. I'll just tell you, like, I'm Puerto Rican. But if I tell you and then you keep referring to me as Mexican, that shit's going to annoy the fuck out of me.
That's his pronouns, is Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Well, I would get butthurt if somebody called me, like, oh, I think you're from California. I'd be like, oh!
That'd be like someone coming up to just like, you're white, right? So someone coming up to be like, oh, you must be Irish. Nah, man, I'm from like fucking this state. I'm just a white guy.
Well, it's a little weird because I'm like partly like every type of white, it seems.
You're a mutt.
So like they're mostly right, probably. I think just white is when people just like, oh, you're white. It's like, okay, like, yeah. But
I just don't
okay.
get why anyone cares. Like, are you trying
I
to like find out where their
exactly.
hometown is? Is it like really a big thing? Like it matters? Like if you might have been
I
there before? Like
I
other
feel
who
like some people are just
cares?
curious.
And I get that. Like, don't get me wrong. I actually get that because some people are just curious because of, you know, the structure of the face or how somebody looks. They're just curious kind of where those looks came from. And I get it. Like, I really do. That's a respectful thing. It's not a big deal. But when people are like, oh my God, what are you? And it's like, really? Like, who cares? When people, you know what I'm saying? When people get real into it and then people get real upset about it.
Yeah,
It's
it starts
like,
to feel like some kind of like breeding thing. Like like you're trying to like figure out who am I gonna breed with? Like because what other reason do you really have to ask? I mean, if you care about the culture of the person, then ask about the culture. But why does it matter like what ethnicity if you know the person's like from America already? Like why does it fucking matter at the end of the day?
I feel like it's like if you have a mutt, like a dog, and you have a mutt, finding out what it's mixed with just because you want to know. I feel like that's just what it is for everybody.
well, if you,
But why but see that's the thing. Why do we want to know? You know?
well, I mean, my point is, I think some
Is
people
that
are
getting
just
too deep?
curious. Like they're just nosy and they just want to know. And I think that's perfectly fine if they feel like
But
they.
see, that's the thing. Where does the curiosity really come from? Because it's a very common thing. It's not
It's
just like
just it's
people
it's
here and there. It's like
it's
everyone kind of wants to know.
it's human nature is what it is
Everyone wants
because
labels.
they're from somewhere that you're not.
I think
Everybody
it's
wants to
sexual. I
label
think it's
everything.
sexual.
So naturally you're curious as to their upbringing, what their upbringing was like, where they were from, how they grew up, what differences between their parenting and their come up as opposed to yours.
Well, for example, people in the Hispanic community around here, they live differently. They act differently. They like celebrate things differently. People in the South celebrate things differently than they did in like Kansas City versus Ohio. Like where you're from does matter when it comes to kind of understanding somebody, but there's ways to go about it. Like it's not a be all end all. Like it sometimes it just doesn't fucking matter. It's
I
just
mean,
funny because people aren't like, oh,
I
or you know, where are you from? They don't ever ask me. I don't know
yeah, no, no.
why.
I mean, like I always
Because
got
they
just like,
because
oh,
they
you're white.
assume you're white.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I always get. It's just like, oh, you're white, right? And it's like, yeah.
well,
And then
how
there's no follow up.
I'm
There's
white,
no
but
follow
someone's
up.
Puerto Rican, right? Or Dominican, or like but I'm white.
I don't know. I've seen the question asked so many to
I know.
so many of my friends, and there's never follow-up questions. So I don't understand the point of
Well, you like
asking
to
the
tell people you're
question.
Jewish.
I'm very small part, very,
Like
very, very small Jewish. No,
your two
I'm like,
fingers on your left hand are Jewish.
it's like my pinky nail. Like, like that's about it.
Thank
It's
you, Todd.
very, very
Appreciate you
small.
for the $2, man.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. But yeah, no, I mean, just like I don't know. I don't get the question. If there were follow-up questions about the culture, about you know, then that would be I would be like, oh, okay, like I understand why you're asking now, you know. But I really think it just comes from a sexual place. I think people are attracted to certain things, and they want to know where it comes from, so they can mate with them. That's the best I can get
Oh,
out
and
of
he
that.
had a message with that donation. He says, "Can I hear? Oh my God, what are you again?" I don't remember who said that.
I don't know who did say that.
I
How
always
about
just, I never really ever I've never whenever someone's asked me that, I've never really felt that it had like any kind of like negative implications behind the question.
Yeah.
It was just
yeah,
like, "Hey man, what are you? Puerto Rican." "Oh, okay, cool." And that
yeah,
was really just it. And
yeah? No, no, I don't think
sometimes
there's a negative thing either.
sometimes it would just be like, "Oh, cool. How is it? Hot as fuck. Do you recommend I visit? Not really." And that's about it.
Annette, I'm
I
sure
like how
you've asked
aggressive
me
that sounded.
everything under the sun. However, that was probably like 20 years ago, so I don't remember. But you know everything about me, every detail. In fact, you've seen more of me than most people have, so just saying.
I would. What did she say? I've asked you, Kat. Oh, okay. Oh,
No,
okay.
like when I was like, "Oh my God, what are you?" Like that thing?
Yeah, you're Italian as fuck, right?
Well, I mean, technically, what's funny is I'm basically half Italian. The other half is like German, pretty much. But I'm solidly half Italian. All of my features are Italian.
My fucking pinky nail is getting mad right now at your German side.
Oh, yeah. Well, my last name means bald in German, I guess. I don't know.
Does it?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what my name means, but my name isn't common knowledge, so.
Edgar, what does your name mean?
What?
What does your name mean?
What?
What does your name mean?
My real name?
Uh-huh.
I don't fucking know.
All right, I'm gonna Google it. Hold on.
Nah, you got an Urban Dictionary, that bitch. Let's go.
I don't know what the fuck it means. My parents never really gave me a reason behind my name. They simply just told me what other name they were gonna name me aside from Edgar, because they had two names, and I'm glad that I'm not even a big fan of Edgar, which is why I typically like to go by my last name. But my mom told me that they were originally going to name me Elliard, which is fucking gross, dude. Like,
yeah, not a fan.
Ugh. And so they went with Edgar, but I'm not a junior. I have my dad's name. It's just my last name is hyphenated because my mom's weird like that. And yeah, I don't have my dad's middle name. I have an original middle name, so I'm not a junior. So
okay, guys. So we need to go through all of our names on Urban Dictionary because this shit is some of the funniest shit I've read in a while. Okay. So Edgar, you got a few on Urban Dictionary. It's pretty fucking funny. The first one is Edgar, a math teacher. I have him 4th period.
Yeah, that's definitely not me.
Then we got Edgar, gay Mexican midget.
What?
A gay Mexican midget.
That's just fucked up.
Then we got a fuckboy who doesn't try. He looks 12, which is not. That's not even close.
If I shaved, I could probably look 12, but.
But then here's my favorite: sucks dick for crack. Usually never gets paid.
Wow.
Yeah, that's probably the most accurate one that we've heard so far.
I just love. Like why?
I don't know if any of y'all know who and I hate that I fucking know this. I can't remember how I know this, but I don't know if any of y'all know who PewDiePie is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yep.
I think everyone knows PewDiePie.
His dog's name is Edgar, and that's upsetting.
Oh yeah, I would hate to hear my name like that. Yeah, that's so weird.
That is upsetting as fuck. So like I'll gladly take the fucking what was it? The crack dealer, the crackhead?
Crackhead fuckboy or something who doesn't get paid?
Yeah, I'll take that as opposed to the fuck Edgar the dog, because I think that PewDiePie has a fucking pug. That's even worse.
God, yeah,
Edgar
that's not the type of dog.
Like,
that's
yeah,
not the
bro,
type of dog you want.
Nah. Hell no.
Oh, wait, let me use it in a sentence. Wait, I guess it's not even used in the sentence. Edgar says, "Hey man, I'll suck you up for a crack rock."
So that's great. That's what. So anytime the name Edgar comes up, you don't think of Edgar Allan Poe. You think of that one fucking dumbass crackhead.
Mine is really, really sweet.
Yeah, it's an unfair place, the Urban Dictionary.
Fuck that place.
Yeah, I mean, I would have preferred a math teacher, but
no, that's the funny part. That's the most ironic part, is because I suck massive dick at math. It's insane. Like how bad I am at math is almost impressive.
Yeah.
Massive. Sorry.
It's bad, dude.
I am not good at math either. I was like really good at math for a while, but then
until they started adding letters, and then it fucked me up.
Well,
Algebra,
yeah. I mean, that's where it
geometry
got harder.
fucked me up. Proofs, fuck a bunch of proofs, because how can you assume shit about shit you don't have an answer to, but you think you might, but it has to be correct, but you don't know, but you have to prove it? Does that make any sense to anybody?
I'm just like,
bullshit.
bitch, teach me how to run a business. Like, some shit I'll use. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't care what X and Y is. Y could suck my ass.
I never gave a fuck about that either, and it pissed me off. I was like, why does there have to be variables? It's not like I'm reading from the textbook and I'm reading about history, right? And then I'm reading the Gettysburg Address, and all of a sudden it turns into hieroglyphics. No, it doesn't happen that way. Why does it happen like that in math? And I fucking said, fuck that. This is stupid. Can't figure it out.
The stupid
Whatever.
thing is, like, it does make sense the further you go down, but it's like they teach you in a way where it's like it doesn't make any sense until you pursue it further. And then it's like at that point nobody fucking cares. Everyone dropped out of math. It's like fucking teach it.
Yeah,
just teach it.
It drove me insane. Dude, it drove me insane, especially I had teachers that was like, you have to show your work, and I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm not doing any of that shit. If I can find out the answer without going through the fucking bullshit, then just take the fucking answer.
It's where you grab your crotch and you just go, I'll show you. Type in the thing.
Can you hear me now?
Hey, I can hear you.
Yeah.
That was fun.
What happened?
I tripped over the cord, knocked everything off completely.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, no. It's all good.
I'm sorry.
No one was listening anyways. No.
No, they were listening.
No, they jumped on that in less than fucking 30 seconds, and there's like a 45-second buffer.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're like, yeah, wait for her to see chat. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah, now they see us. Okay. I'm sorry. That was my bad. That was absolutely my bad. I literally, you have to understand, I'm set up inside. I'm not used to that. And so I have my cords all in weird places, and I'm not expecting it. And all of a sudden, I trip, and everything just hits the dust. That was fun.
Yeah, I forgot you were in your living room. Yeah. Okay.
Dude, I fucking see. I'm looking at my feed for YouTube at the moment, and I fucking called this shit forever ago. This is a new video that just popped up an hour ago by Megan Kelly, and it's titled "Amber Heard is Unemployable Following Verdict." Yeah, no fucking shit, dog. That was like very apparent like a whole ass month ago.
I'm calling it now.
As soon as it came out that she shit on someone's bed, that was it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's people in Hollywood into it.
Yeah, unemployable and undateable. Holy ass. And they're
Oh,
just
yes.
and they're just now figuring that out. Like, dude, I saw that shit from Jump Street. What do you fucking mean?
No, like, okay, so like people like you and me and Kat, we're gonna remember, and everyone in elsewhere too. I mean, we're all gonna remember this, but there's gonna be a lot of people who forget about it in like 6 months, and I think she might have a chance at coming back.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I will remind everyone.
Please do.
I will
Doing
remind
God's work.
everyone, and believe me, there are other content creators that will not let people forget either. So don't you worry.
What's up,
Yeah,
Alpha
she's
Tyler?
gonna get driven into porn. There's no shame.
We're all gonna collectively shit on her bed. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh man, that's the best karma there could
You
be.
don't just get away with fucking trying to Me Too someone and fucking destroy them. Like, it just doesn't happen that way.
No, I
And
completely
get away
agree.
with it and no one says anything. Like, fuck you. I hope she continues to get dragged from now until the rest of fucking time. Because that's exactly what would have happened to Johnny Depp had she won.
Yeah. I don't think it will happen though. She's hot. She's pretty hot. Dudes forgive.
Yeah, those dudes are called simps.
Yes, and that's probably the majority of dudes out there. Like,
Unfortunately.
let's be honest, especially in Hollywood in that field, like they literally only care about looks. So as long as they don't see the turd in the bed, then they're good. They're so goddamn visual.
Yeah. I need to fucking clear my feed because now it's nothing but
Yeah,
Amber
no,
Johnny Depp shit.
I'm totally over it at this point. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like it was so obvious from the get go. You know, it was just like, yeah, this is what a lying bitch looks like. Like, we got it.
Essentially. We always had to put it on full display just to show the dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah. It's true. But I mean, it was fun. The memes were fun. I still got some that I have to post. I should actually post them because I'm sure it'll be irrelevant in a week. Let me see. I gotta find these bastards. Where are they? I had so many good ones. Oh yeah, you ever seen what is it? Drake and Josh?
I did as a kid.
Yeah. There was one where she was like, don't call me a liar, and then you see Josh back, I ain't calling you a truther.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I fucking love that one.
I just recently, I've been following it for a while, but apparently it's come to light that these motherfuckers were never actually friends. Like, real life, they weren't friends at all. They didn't fucking like each other.
Wait, who?
Drake and Josh.
Oh, really? They didn't like each other?
They didn't fucking
that
like
breaks
each other, dog.
That breaks my fucking heart. Are you kidding me?
At all, dude. And then fucking I think what was Josh got engaged and got married and didn't invite Drake, and there was this big thing online and shit like that. And then, you know, Drake, he got charges against him for like endangerment of children.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
No. I remember that drama with the wedding. I remember that.
Yeah, dude, he got charged and was he was guilty of like endangerment of children and disseminating and soliciting sexual messages to a minor.
Oh my god. Were they actually shown? Like,
oh yeah, there was proof.
there was apps. Okay.
Oh yeah. And like
Jesus.
it was pretty bad, but the only reason that people didn't hear about it is because when he went to court, it was on a Skype call. And this was when COVID was in full swing, so like everyone was like, you know, like afraid in their basements and like afraid to use anything. So no one was paying attention, but yeah, It was like whenever COVID was in full swing, he got charged with that shit.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm honestly kind of happy that it was Drake and not Josh, because
Apparently, Drake is like really big in like fucking South America. He's like a Spanish singer.
is he really?
I'm not even kidding. Look it up. I swear. Like his Instagram is insane with like in like South America, he's like #1 on like billboards and shit.
What's his name? Drake Bell, I think. It
Yeah,
is.
Drake. Like he had like some couple like top charting songs in like South America somewhere.
Holy dicks! 4.1 million
Yeah.
followers.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. I can't believe you didn't know this.
Of course, because he's like doing like pedo things. So of course,
Yeah.
you know, what the fuck is wrong with society?
Yeah, dude.
God damn
I saw that and I was like, wait, what is he doing? And like a successful music career, just not in America. It's like what the
Yeah, he was
fuck?
just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I thought America was the worst place to be fucking famous, but apparently not, because
Yeah,
Jesus.
dude, he made it happen elsewhere. So, I mean, I guess kudos to him for that. But
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
I
Fucking
re-
Josh though. Josh is like
I w-
actually dope people though.
yeah, I'd rather be him than fucking Drake. I don't want my name associated with fucking endangerment of children.
Yeah. But people forget.
Well, not for that. I hope not, because
Yeah. I mean, I would hope so. But I mean, I guess it's kind of like one of those things where it's like it happened in America, so there probably wasn't as much coverage,
like, dude,
elsewhere.
like now that you say that, it's so funny because I just recently saw a video the other day of this dude covering a topic from 2 years ago because the person that he's covering was accused of fucking with children and was like actually guilty of fucking with children. And so this person was like doing something with their career or something like that. So he made a video a whole 2 years later, like, look at this shit. Y'all remember this shit? Yeah, fuck this guy. Don't give him no benefit of the doubt. It was awesome. It was hilarious.
Hell yeah, dude! You gotta fucking hold those people accountable.
All the time. And never forget
What,
ever.
what do you think about like not Drake Bell, but Drake like rapper, with his whole shit with who is that? I think it's a chick from um Stranger Things. The girl played
Wait,
11. Did you hear
wait.
about that?
Oh, no, I don't know anything about that. What?
Yeah, no, apparently like Drake and this, I think her name's Millie Bobby Brown or something like that. She's the girl who plays 11 in Stranger Things. I guess they were like friends, and there was a lot of talk about like seeing their conversations, their texts and stuff. It was like he was sort of like grooming her for when she was old enough.
Oh,
So,
dude, yeah, I don't know anything about that, dude. I don't follow, I barely follow mainstream rap.
yeah, no, I mean, I was just curious what if you did hear anything,
Y-
because like the evidence on that has been sort of like iffy. It's like I'm like not convinced, but it's like, if this dude's that kind of dude, I don't really want to like listen to him or support him or nothing, you know?
A lot of
And it's,
a lot of people would look at that situation and I don't know, they would simply say, "Why the fuck are you even texting anyone that's under the age of 21? You're a fucking rich,
yeah,
famous
that's
millionaire rapper. Like, what are you doing?"
yeah, that's what I thought too. Especially like you're gonna get, even if it's not true, you're gonna get that accusation thrown at you.
Mhm.
The whole thing was that he was like supposed, I guess she was like, I think it was she was having trouble like adjusting to fame, and he was trying to help her, but it was like, dude, like you're not the one to do it, you
Mhm.
know? Like
You
even
need
if you're trying to be nice, it's like it's your platform. Like you can't do that. Like it's just
any help that you any interaction that you have with someone like that, it doesn't matter what your intention was. The only thing that's going to matter is how they perceived what you said or what you did.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if they perceive it a certain way, or if anybody perceives it a certain way, like you said, I probably wouldn't even. I would have thrown that shit off to like a fucking like an employee. I'm pretty sure he has employees. I would have thrown that shit off to like a fucking assistant and been like, "Yo, help this girl fucking do some shit. She keeps bugging me or
Yeah.
something."
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's a good. That's a really good point. I mean, like, for I mean, at his level, everyone's hitting him up.
yeah,
I mean, that's another thing. It's like everyone's hitting him up. Everyone's trying to get something from him.
so like any
So he's
girl that
probably trying to get like if anyone he interacts with, he has to be doing it for a reason. He has to. He's like, I want something from you. Like,
because like any girl that DMs or says anything to Drake, it could be as innocuous as like, "Hey, how are you?" And he could be like, "I'm good. I hope you're doing good," and that's all he says. Some of these ladies, in their head, he basically just said, "I want to marry you" or some shit,
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
hey, it's back.
and
Yeah.
you never really know how they're gonna interpret some of the shit that you say, and there's just some stuff not even worth responding to. So why the fuck he's like wasting his time?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why. I mean, like, I listen to his music too. I mean, like, I guess that's kind of too, where it's like a lot of his music is about sex, about hooking up. It's like, and then you're talking to a younger girl. It's
What a
like,
That's
big
one thing.
leap.
That's one thing I've never liked about Drake, and I've said that I've said this so many times, and that right there is why I don't like his music, is because all his music is either about that, it's about sex, it's about relationships, it's about fucking I don't know women and all that lovey dovey shit. But then he turns around like in the next album and is talking about I'm the hardest fucking I'm this I'm that gangster fucking riding around the fucking cut all this. I'm like, no, bro, you can't be like a gangster man this day and then be like, I'm gonna fucking rub your feet till you go to bed because I'm the best guy in the world the next day.
yeah, yeah.
That don't jive with that. I don't like playing both parts like that.
Have a good
Well,
night,
I
Annette.
remember.
He
Oh,
tries
good
to be
night, Annette.
he tries to be the gangster with emotions, and I'm like, bro, that's not a good look.
Yeah, there's something a little disingenuous about it. I mean, like, I liked his album Take Care mostly because it sounded like he was like struggling. It was basically like, oh, he's struggling with the adjustment to fame, which is very understandable. And there was like a self-awareness of him like drowning in bad habits and bad vices. And that's what it felt like to me. But then after like album after album of him not fixing anything and just rapping about that same thing, it was like, okay, so there is no self-awareness. Okay.
How does he struggle with the fame as a rapper when he was actor on Degrassi, and that show is popular as fuck.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. See,
Like
I didn't know Drake
he
at all for that.
was recognized everywhere, even as a young kid. He's been in the limelight his whole life.
When did he start acting?
Like
Because that, I
at-
mean, like
like
I literally found him through his rap.
like 6 years old, Doug. Like six,
Okay, he's okay. Okay,
like
that
6 or
changes
7 years
things.
old, and he was acting on that show when he was like a teenager. He was like 12, 13 years old when he was on that show. Every single actor on that show was a kid,
Yeah,
including him, Mr. Aubrey Graham. I don't know where the fuck Drake came from, why he chose that, but
I think
maybe
his
that's
middle
something his
name is Drake.
mom called him. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, he was an actor, bro, and everyone loved his character. And guess what? Everyone remembers his character because Aubrey Graham, Drake, is the kid in the show that got paralyzed because of a school shooter. So everybody remembers that kid. Everyone knew his face wherever he went. He was famous, bro, everywhere.
I've
He
never
was
seen
famous to
that show.
kids. He was famous to parents. Parents loved the show because it was good for kids. It taught life lessons. There was things to learn, and it was suited for like kids and younger adolescent adults or whatever. But that's what it was, dude. Yeah, every kid on that show was famous as shit.
I've never seen that
Okay.
show.
So
Yeah, see,
how he struggled adjusting to fame when he was already at close to that level. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just like getting older and dealing with fame at an older age is different than dealing with fame at a younger age. Maybe I don't know.
and I think it's partly like see, for me, I was missing that context. And it's also, I think, for a lot of people who are more like music heads or whatever, or maybe didn't watch the show, like they a lot of people don't even care to know the context They just listen to the song and it's a self-contained song and that's it, you know.
Yeah.
So I think there's some of that thrown in there.
Like
But
I
yeah, then
don't know much about
he
it.
made the jump to I thought it was so funny whenever he made the jump to rap, because I remember it because it was like this big thing, dude. Like I think it was like Cash Money Records signed him or something, and it was like this big debut album that like everyone was so hyped for. And in my head, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like everyone was talking about the album, right? Like, and I had never seen something like this before. Like Drake debuting his first album, I had never witnessed so many people hype for an album. And in my head, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, isn't are y'all excited for? Isn't that the motherfucker from Degrassi? And they're like, yeah, dude. And I'm like, y'all are hyped for that? What? What? Because I had no idea that he could do music or that he rapped, or any of
Yeah,
that. So like,
he
I
had
didn't,
a
I didn't.
he had a
It was
he had
just
a mixtape where it was like I think it was called the Comeback Season, and I think that made a lot of noise for him because I
yeah.
think it was pretty good.
I didn't know about that, so I'm sitting here like looking at all these like mainstream people talking about this guy named Drake, and I'm like, you mean the guy from Degrassi? That's what you're telling me. And they're like, yeah, dude. And the first album came out, and I did like it. I was like, okay, this is actually way better than I was expecting. I was expecting trash. I thought this guy was just an actor. So I didn't hate Drake. I just didn't really I didn't really gravitate towards his music, but it was just crazy the way that he came out, and like it was almost like when LeBron James went to the Heat. They made like a big spectacle about it.
Well, can I just push something in there real quick? And I don't know his music. I literally don't know any of his songs, but okay. I've never seen Degrassi. I don't know anything about it. However, just from what y'all said, you're telling me that this person who started acting at a young age, right, was groomed as a child actor, all of these things, right? So a lot of child actors are literally picked and groomed to become like superstars in their own right of all different types. So
Yeah,
he talks about how
perpetuates.
fucking hard he is. He raps about that like he's a Billy Badass in the streets or
Well,
some
I
shit.
think I think it's mostly what made
That's
him really popular was his singing and also his more emotional side. But yeah, no, I mean there are definitely songs sprinkled in there where it's him acting like super super hard, and it's probably because he was
Okay.
with. It's probably because he was fucking with like Lil Wayne and Young Money Entertainment and everything, and those are the people he fucked with.
it was just the image that he had to portray.
Yeah,
It's
it's
if it's
mainstream
not
hip hop.
believable,
Yeah.
I don't care. If it's not believable, I don't care. If you're literally rapping about something that everyone knows you know nothing about, like, oh, this song's fire, that song's hard. No, it's not. It's like if I started rapping about, my life in the ghetto. Are you kidding? Like, you guys
Yeah,
are
but
gonna believe me?
there are some times though where you rap about things that you don't know because you're just rapping, right? And I know a lot of artists that have just done that. No one wants to hear about living in a nice neighborhood in the fucking suburbs and your neighbor comes over and mows your lawn. No one wants to hear you rap about that.
Yeah, but
They
if
want
you're
to hear
talking about
they want to
things,
hear about a struggle. And if you're good at weaving a story, a lot of people, and especially if you're a good storyteller and you have good bars to go with it, you can tell a story. It doesn't even have to be about you. I've heard plenty of songs where a rapper tells a story about a struggle that's not even his struggle, belongs to
well,
someone
that's the
else, but
thing.
he can portray that.
As
He
long
can
as they're not
rap
pretending
it.
like they've been through that struggle, because to me that's whack. Like that's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if he's
You
pretending
shouldn't
or not,
claim it.
but that's just what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. I think most people would have that problem. It's once you claim that you've been through something that you haven't been through, then you just kill your credibility.
Like
Now,
if you're
And
known as being sober, like you're one of those people that you don't go out partying and drinking and stuff, and then you rap about like money and drugs. People are like, "What the fuck?" Like that's what I'm saying. It's just so disconnected. It makes no sense. And you
yeah,
can and
you don't want to hear it from someone who hasn't really lived it, like if
true.
I if if like yeah, I mean that's just basically the thing. You don't want to like you're not an authority on something unless you lived through something. So why would anyone want to hear, You know, it's like hearing about how, you know, the experience of having a child being a dude. It's like you don't want to hear that from from a
Yeah.
dude. You
Yeah,
know,
they
it's like,
actively talking about their pregnancy and the symptoms and birthing a child, and it's like, bruh.
yeah, who the fuck wants to hear that? It's like you clearly don't know what the fuck you're
Well,
talking
yeah,
about.
that's
So why am I
kind of
going to
what I'm
listen to
going
you?
for with that, because
Yeah.
the storytelling, I get if you can tell a story. Okay, for example, one of the songs I love, which is the one that goes, "What would you do if your son was at home crying all night on the bedroom floor because he's hungry?
Oh
And
yeah,
the
I
only
love
way
that
to
fuck.
feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone." That one. So, okay, that didn't say, I have a son, that son is here, and this is what I'm doing. This says, what would you do if you were this person? It was relating to a struggle of someone they've seen, known, or experienced, right? They could relate to people on a bigger scale. It wasn't saying, I have my kid and this is what I'm doing. It says, what would you do? That's
Yeah,
relatable.
I haven't heard all of Drake's music, but I don't think it's all like that, like what you're describing. I just
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like all his songs and
because
exactly like what he
he's
was.
not like Lil Wayne where he's out here claiming like bloods and shit. I mean, he's
He's
just
set
like
tripping.
he,
Let's go.
he just has like a he just does that whole like competitive like ego rap essentially. Which is fine, but my whole dilemma is like the whole competitive, you know, ego rap, like I'm the man kind of rapper type thing, and then the next day you turn around and it's like, oh baby, don't leave me, I love you. Yeah, nah, dog.
Yeah. See, I like when he was like more artistic. Like there was a song called Cameras on Take Care that I really liked where it's about him like it's like a very like surreal type of beat and it's about him like rapping about how like him and this girl like in a modeling shoot are like not together, but it seems like they're together, so it's causing like drama in his relationship. And I just felt like it really accentuated the phoniness of marketing and all that. That I thought was a really strong type of topic to go after. I wish you would do more of that rather than this kind of just like laid back, like, oh, I wrote like 64 bars. I'm just gonna throw it on a beat, and you know, I feel like he does actually have some decent artistic direction, but he rarely pursues it. And the further he gets into his career, the less he pursues it. So there's, it's more about the sound to him, you know, like, like seriously, like listening from the beginning of his albums to his newer albums, it feels like the content, the substance behind what he's trying to say, it just decreases and decreases and decreases.
Well,
And it's probably just because he's oversaturating himself. Like, I mean, like Lil Wayne did that real quick with his music. He was just on everything to the point where it's like, all right, we really don't care what you have to say anymore. You're not saying anything new because you can't say anything new when you talk that much.
well, that's the thing.
Essentially.
I remember artists when they're relatable or their lyricism is good. I remember songs when they sound cool. I don't give a shit who the artist is. You could make a cover to it. I'll probably like that better.
Yeah, like
But if you give a song with the good lyrics that's relatable and makes you actually like feel something for that artist or feel their struggle, feel their flex even. I don't care if it's a flex song, but it's believable. You'll remember the artist. Otherwise, it's just a fucking song.
Yeah, for me, it's about what you flex. You know, like if you're flexing something that actually matters, something that's valuable, like in my eyes, then I fucking love it. If you're flexing like, oh, like I have a Rolex, I'm just like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
what
that's
time?
annoying.
What time is it, bro? Like,
Yeah, bitch probably don't even work.
yeah. You know, it's just it just depends on what you value. And I think if you're flexing about something that's not valuable, then I don't really buy into the song because I don't buy into you as a person. I
Yeah.
think what you value is shallow and you know, I mean, to each their own. Like I'm not saying my way is the only way and there's no other way, but it's just it's for me. If it's either going to connect with me or it's not.
Essentially.
Well, Edgar, what's the most like you obviously do a lot of reactions. What's in the last week or two? What is the best thing you've heard? I don't care what type of video it was. I don't care if it was music. I don't care if it was whatever it was. What was the coolest thing that you heard? Like that, just like you're like, whoa, did not see this coming.
The best thing I've heard in the past week would probably be, I want to say, "Voices in My Head" by Falling in Reverse.
Yeah, that shit's fire.
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to a concert for them.
Really?
Yeah, there's a concert. It's Falling in Reverse, Papa Roach, Bad Wolves, and another band. I just don't know the band.
That's gonna be dope.
Me and my wife are going for our 1-year anniversary.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
It's gonna be
Congrats.
So
fucking
July.
dope. Oh yeah, July. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Fucking, I get them mixed up. Yeah, we got married on July 3rd, but the concert's at the end of the month, end of July.
But still,
But-
that's cool as hell. I'd love to go.
Yeah, my wife is a giant Falling in Reverse fan. So I was
Yeah,
saying
dude.
that my brother
who
looks
isn't?
exactly.
My
Well,
8-year-old's huge. That's my alarm for us to get up in the morning. Is the I'm Not a Vampire, the original. That's something to wake up to.
If you're going to work like a very zombie job, Zombified's.
No, I'm Not a Vampire. The bop. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm saying the bop versus like the instrumental, like majestical type. The bop. Dun, 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 dun. And to wake up to that with all the instruments and stuff, it's just fun. And then for the backup alarm is a random 90s song. So sometimes I wake up to Ace of Base, sometimes I wake up to Marcy Playground, sometimes to Alanis Morissette, sometimes to Limp Bizkit, or not Limp Bizkit, but like brain fart, Green Day.
Hating on Limp Bizkit, man.
I do know his anniversary because me and him were close by then. And I'd already talked to his wife by that point, yeah.
Well, honestly, it's just because it's June and July. Like, honestly, June's closer to the fucking anniversary than the concert is. So that's my justification.
Mm-hmm. See,
Oof.
I haven't heard very much that has surprised me lately, to be completely honest. Like anything that like made me go, "Oh my god!" The only thing I've noticed is like Teddy Swims and his little Instagram posts. Oh my god, those actually have been like, wow, okay. A couple of artists that I just found this month. There's a couple of them. But other than that, things have been like people have been releasing stuff and nothing's like stood out like knock me over. Like Rachel's song was amazing. I've heard it on repeat. Larry's song was amazing. But that was released earlier, so it doesn't count. Like,
Yeah, I want to say that too. I'd say in terms of like rap and everything, the thing that has wowed me recently is probably Rachel. Like not much wows me these days. All I'm thinking of is fucking Owen Wilson. Wow.
wow.
But like nah, for real, like not many artists like really wow me these days, and but she's definitely one of them. I actually did a reaction for Species. I felt so bad that I missed the whole thing. So
I'm sick.
Yeah, I was sick. I still felt bad. I wanted to help her promote it and everything. So I did a reaction video for it. So I'll be posting that in the next couple weeks at least.
People don't realize how much it matters when you actually post a reaction to their songs, especially smaller artists. It means,
Yeah.
and of course, but on the flip side of it, when you're a bigger channel and you post these videos, you don't get as many views. It's kind of like wasting your space, I guess, a little bit, and not pulling in as many, views.
Yeah, I wanted to do it though. I really
Yeah.
I genuinely like her, and I wanted to check it out and like give it a serious listen. She's a little intimidating because she's complicated. She's very, very complex in terms of like what she's saying and everything. There's definitely layers to her, so it was a little intimidating, but I really, really enjoyed a lot of things about that song, Species.
Did you hear
And,
that one yet, Edgar?
Dude, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Definitely got to check it out. She's fucking dope. She's so dope. I'm
think
seriously
we have to put
convinced.
that on the list because I think you requested that, right, Kat? Or did we do it?
I don't think I requested one previously, but I don't think I requested this one.
Huh?
I requested a different song in the past. Like I think it was Playpen probably, the remix, but I didn't request Species.
I need to check. I need to check with Janice. Can you DM me what that was again so I can send it to Janice? I'm not sure if I did or not. I can't remember. I might have. I want to double check.
Yeah, I can send that to you. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude,
yeah, no, Rachel's fucking dope.
I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm sweating my ass off and I'm fucking starving. So
And you're probably gonna
go.
stream. Are you gonna stream tonight?
I probably not actually. I'll probably just go live twice tomorrow and just go live early in the day. But I appreciate you guys having me. I stay longer, but I'm literally dripping sweat. I don't have the fan on or the AC. I'm starving. I'm like all sticky and shit.
I feel that. That's why I'm streaming from inside today, because I was so sick and fucking tired of that shit. So no, appreciate you coming through. If you guys haven't checked him out yet, please do. It's in the description, as well as you can hit XMC in the chat, at any time, and any live, and you can still catch it because I keep those on there for all of our guests to make sure that they're accessible if someone's in here. Thanks for taking the time and coming back to hang out with us.
Yes, absolutely. Elsewhere fam, I appreciate y'all having me. Thank you so much.
Anytime, you know this.
And I hope y'all have a fantastic night, dude. Sorry I gotta get out of here early, but I'll get hangry and then I'll start to like die on the inside, and that's not good for me.
I'm the same way, so I get it, bro.
Yeah.
I get it.
So, all right, guys, have a fantastic night.
You too, bro. And we'll see y'all elsewhere.
Yeah, what he said. Bye.
Cat, Skullz, fam. Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Bye.